My name is Jonathan Hodgson. I'm from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and I completed my degrees in three Canadian universities, the University of Toronto, Western Ontario, and Prince Edward Island. I've been with Maple Leaf Educational Systems now for 6 years. I'll be moving into my seventh next year. 5 of these years, I was in a teaching capacity, and 4 of them was in a blended role of a part-time administrator and part-time teacher. This is what we call an educational coordinator at many of our campuses, roles very similar to vice principal roles. This year was my first year as a principal at our Zhenjiang campus at Maple Leaf. The most important, and one of the reasons why I was asked to host this webinar as a principal was it's something that I take very seriously, and the mentoring and onboarding process has always been something very important to me since my first arrival in China 6 years ago when things were quite different. So this is something I've worked with a lot in the past. So the purpose here is to give you all an idea of what to expect upon arriving in China. And some of you may have already worked in China, which makes it a lot easier, or live in China. But for those who haven't, it can be a daunting process to adapt to a new country. The first thing to know is that the principals and the leadership of the school are very heavily involved in a one-week orientation process, all the way from picking you up at the airport right up until that first day of class. And things that you can expect that are common across the entire system is, number one, a pickup at the airport. Like I said, moving to China can be a daunting task. So myself and other principals, we go with our foreign affairs secretaries and we pick up all staff at the airport upon their arrival. And that gives a sense of comfort to see a familiar face or someone you know to guide you through the whole way. The orientation process will also include tours of the school facilities, local area tours. There's a lot of team building and a little move away from the pedagogy Pro D and into the community and social Pro D. So tours of local areas, scavenger hunts, shopping areas, and also opportunities for shopping trips so you can set up your apartments. The orientation week also includes school-based professional development geared towards new teachers. This is quite often around cultural aspects of working in China, working in Maple Leaf, the Maple Leaf student, comparisons of Western and Eastern ways of learning, and what to expect upon the pedagogy in the classroom with Chinese students who have been brought up in a largely Eastern pedagogical fashion. And as an added bonus, you're also given a 5,000 RMB settlement bonus. That's about 1,000 Canadian. And that is in cash provided right upon your arrival. So quite often we tell teachers to bring some extra money with them just in case, but this also helps to provide a sense of safety and some covering to help make sure that you can buy your groceries, set up your apartment, and get the ball rolling upon arrival. The 1-week Pro D development series. So how it looks is when you arrive, there is what we call the 1-week orientation week, which is just new staff, school leadership, and any teachers who have returned early. And then the second week is our all staff intensive Pro D. This is 5 days where the entire day is just dedicated towards professional development, collaboration, and learning. And like I had said earlier, Daisy had asked about planning and preparation. There is a lot of office time that is attributed to this week as well, for the sole purpose of collaborating with your peers, getting to know everyone, and building your lessons together. Some of the topics that we like to include are authentic assessment and practice, some school-based programs and the extracurriculars which take place at Maple Leaf. This is a large one. We are a boarding school, so our students live on campus, and the extracurricular and school-based programs are huge to our kids. And this is something we like to take some time to explain and to find something that's also comfortable for you, the teacher, to join in and help these kids experience the community. We also focus on curriculum training, professionalism, conflict resolution, and ELL strategies, which is very important. Our students do all speak English. There's English level testing before they enter into the BC program. But at the end of the day, Chinese is their first language. So there is strategies that come into play to provide the best education to our kids. And that's something we like to focus on as well. As I said, the school culture. This is something we also like to take some time in the orientation week to pass on to our new teachers. Life at Maple Leaf is very different for our kids than in many other schools, wherever your home country may be, or even within China. It's a very special community, and the culture of the school is something that's, for me personally, very, very important, and something that we like to try and enhance and promote to teachers as well. So getting to understand what the daily life of our students is like, I believe, is also very important and something we focus on, as well as common behaviors, expectations, what you can expect from classroom management issues, which, spoiler, there isn't very many. Our kids are very, very well behaved. But these are things that we like to look at in the orientation week as well, to try and help get you ready for walking into class that first day.